it's just very, very shocking. Very, very shocking. I've like really given my whole energy and life over the last 4 months to this job. And to be let go for no reason is like a huge slap in the face from a company that I really wanted to believe in.
Today, we're going to be talking about a girl who's getting fired from her job. And to be honest with you, at first, I was on her side. But throughout the video, she just came off so entitled. She had this arrogance about her, like, how dare you fire me? And to wrap it all up, she decided to record it. Listen, this is the type of video where you would have to watch the whole thing in context. So without further ado, let's get straight to it.
Warning, Dave's content is not for the weak. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, this video is really important for everyone, especially for a relationship. This woman's getting laid off, and all she wants is the reason why. She's simply asking for the truth. She just wants them to be honest with her. She just wants them to treat her like a human.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Listen.
My name's Rosie. I'm just joining the call. Nice to meet you. I'm on the HR team.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Thanks for meeting with me and Rosie. We have an important meeting today. We finished our evaluations of 2023 performance. This is where you have not met Cloudflare expectations for performance. We've decided to part ways with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Sure.
So I started August 25th. I've been on a 3-month ramp, and then it was 3 weeks of December, and then a week of Christmas, and then here we are. I have had the highest activity amongst my team. Since I've started, I have had 3 contracts out, done a really great job managing my deals up until the very end that decided not to close last minute. So I don't think that makes a lot of sense for me in my Cloudflare journey here so far. Also, every single one-on-one I've had with my manager, every conversation I've had with him, he has been giving me nothing but I am doing a great job, I have had great activity, I have really great meetings, I'm picking up the products very quickly, and things have been going really, really well. I make really great relationships with my clients. So I disagree that my performance hasn't been, I haven't met performance expectations. When I certainly have, just because I haven't closed anything officially.
I hear you.
Also, why are you doing this and not my manager? Not, we've never met, so this seems a little odd that my manager has no idea that this has been happening and the director has no idea that this has been happening. So I'm just definitely confused, and yeah, I would love like an explanation that makes sense.
Listen, shorty, I don't know if anybody told you this, but they don't have to give you a reason of why they're letting you go. It's actually on your employee contract. So when you get hired, they actually have a form where you sign where they say, we can legally fire you without any explanation. We don't have to give you a reason. We don't have to give you a scheduled date for you to get your shit together. The day we want to let you go is the day you'll be leaving. That's on your employee contract. Now, I don't know what state she in, but in most states, they have that employee contract.
Just for clarification, you are not being singled out in this. Your peers are also being collectively assessed on performance. This is a collective calibration for Cloudflare. So I just want to clarify that piece. I won't be able to add any kind of specifics on numbers or...
Wait, yeah, no, can you explain for me why Brittany Peach is getting let go?
I won't be able to go into specifics for numbers.
Wait, why though? I just started, I've been working extremely hard. Just because I haven't closed anything that has nothing to do with my performance on a 3-month ramp with just 1 month with 2 major holidays in the middle, I don't think that has anything to do with why I should be let go, if that makes sense. So I really need an answer and an explanation as to why Brittany Peach is getting let go, not why Cloudflare decided to hire too many people and are now actually realizing that they can't afford this many people and they're letting that go. If that's the real answer, I would rather just you tell me that instead of making up some bullshit and telling me that right before I lose my job from someone that I've never met before. If you can respect that.
I don't know why she's recording it. Maybe she's looking for some type of sympathy. Maybe she wanted to put on TikTok to expose the company. I don't know what her intention was by recording it, but recording it do you more harm than good, because other companies gonna see that you recorded your last employee when you was getting fired, so they don't want to hire you because they don't want to be put through that same process where people constantly harassing them and ask them, oh, why did you fire Brittany Peach? Companies don't want to deal with that type of bad PR. So if you really want to work in this industry, you probably shouldn't have record you getting fired, because companies talk. Yes, they go against each other on a competitive level, but best believe when it comes to protecting their brand, all the CEOs know each other. And if Brittany Peaches come up in conversation, I bet you will not get a job working for one of those corporations.
Yeah, I can totally respect that. And I don't think Dom or myself today is going to give you any clarity or answers that's going to meet the expectations that you're communicating to us, Brittany. So I can't speak to.
So am I getting let go for no reason? If you guys can't give me a reason?
I'm happy to follow up with you separately to give you the data that was calibrated. I'll need to speak with revenue leadership specifically to see if we can get that for you. But Dom and
Can
I
you
did
share
not
that
have
with me
that
now?
in our meeting. I cannot share that with you right now, unfortunately. Yeah, it's understandable how you feel and your frustration. Cannot stress that enough.
I have been working extremely hard. I just knew that this meeting was coming after knowing what's been happening with my peers and how extremely frustrated and upset everyone is. I know you guys must not be able to understand that given in the positions that you are in, and it must be very easy for you to just have these little 10-minute, 15-minute meetings, tell someone that they're fired, completely wreck their whole life, and then that's it with no explanation. That's extremely traumatizing for people, if you can imagine that. And I don't think that this is, it's just very, very shocking. Very, very shocking. I've really given my whole energy and life over the last 4 months to this job. And to be let go for no reason is like a huge slap in the face from a company that I really wanted to believe in.
I wonder what her end goal is here. Are you trying to have a conversation with them in hopes of them saying, okay, you're right, we were wrong, you're hired? Is that the goal? Let's say that does happen. Are you really going to be comfortable working for that company? You're not. No matter how hard you're going to try to convince yourself that you're happy with that company, you'll still have it in the back of your head that they could fire you any times because they've tried it already. So why are you having this conversation with them? Why are you having this back and forth? Just accept your firing and apply elsewhere.
Can absolutely understand how you feel that way, why you feel that way. And I'll be honest with you, there's nothing that we're going to say in this call and the time that we have that's going to undo the way that you feel right in this moment. And I personally will do everything that I can to give you as much specific information as I can after this call. I can't make any promises. I understand where you're coming from. I can tell you that Dom and I do care. I understand the feeling that you have right now, and I can't change that. So I'll just be honest.
But why can't, you guys have still not given me a reason why I'm being let go. Despite constant positive praise from my manager, great meetings that I'm having, the amount of activity that I have has all been positive. I have not received any negative inclination. I have not been put on a performance improvement plan, nothing. So.
And I cannot speak to what your manager has communicated to you directly.
But that should be the indication of
for performance based on your attainment and leading indicators of data. That is the rationale.
But I've been here for only a month after ramping, and that was during a holiday. So I don't understand can you explain what those performance metrics are? Or is that just like a vague term to give to everyone that you're speaking to today?
They're never going to tell you why they're firing you because the answer is they don't have to. They don't have a legit reason why they're firing you. They're probably letting you go because they're trying to save money. They're probably letting you go because they've decided that they're paying you too much. It could be all sorts of reasoning, but they're not going to tell you because you're not going to go, okay, that makes sense. Thank you. It will never go like that. So they're going to keep putting you in this loop by using these big corporate words. Oh, the metrics of the diameter. And then when it's calibrated, that's why we not able to tell. They're going to go around why they're letting you go. They're never gonna tell you. Stop asking. You should have learned this at your first job. These companies do not care about you. Their job is to only make profit. And if you're in the way of making their profit, they will let you go to keep their profit. I feel bad for you, but you're not special, lady. You're not the first person that this happened to, and you're not the last person that this happens to. So you recording this and trying to make the public feel bad for you, it's like, yeah, we've been knew about this. Where have you been?
Well, we're not able to go into specifics and we won't. There's no situation where we will be able to go into.
Do you guys even know? Do you guys even know, like, why, like, who you're talking to each day? Like, every single 10, 15 minutes, do you guys even know who you're talking to? Like, why you're letting these people go when you don't even understand, like, the kind of work and everything that they've put in?
I hear you and what you're saying.
It just doesn't make any sense that you guys have still not been able to give me a reason why I'm being let go.
Just from a process perspective, your questions are valid. This isn't going to be the forum and the situation where we're able to go into the detail that you're looking for.
But then when? If it's not right as I'm getting fired, then it's certainly not going to be after, when I'm no longer part of the company.
So I don't think there's anything we can say in this moment or today, Brittany, that's going to change the way that you feel. And it's understandable. I'm taking notes and feedback, and we'll circle back.
Yeah, I know you did that for Nestle too, but that's
of the meeting. It's not going to change the outcome of the situation today. So it may be best if I do get into more of the specifics of what the next steps are, because I think it's clear that you have questions that we cannot give answers to. And if you'd be open to it, I'd love to move into what the next steps are, so that you're not any further blindsided than you already feel.
okay.
I remember when I was 17, around 17, 18-ish, I was working at this restaurant called Steak and Shake. And I worked there for like 3 months. I worked my butt off. I used to come in early, leave late, trying to help out, help with the dishes, because that was like my first cooking job and I wanted to make a good impression. One day after work, not before work, after work, the manager called me in his office and he sat me down. He was like, hey, I'm just going to be honest with you, man. We got to let you go. I'm like, why? I've been working my butt off. I've been coming early, leaving late. I've been taking people's shifts that called off. I've been helping with the dishes. The dishes not even my duty. He was like, yeah. I understand that. But the truth is, you're not flipping burgers fast enough. We understand that this is your first cooking job, but at the pace we're going right now, we can't afford to have a slow grill guy. We need the grill guy to be fast. I mean, you're a great kid. I'm sure when you leave here, you're going to be excellent. This motherfucker was giving me a firing speech. And he went on and said, yeah, this is not you. This is just how the company works. We need more experienced guys. And I asked him, why did you hire me in the first place? Because I told you I was not experienced. And he looked at me dead in my eyes and said, the guy we originally hired, he wasn't able to start 3 months ago. And we wanted you to cover that time frame until he was ready. He starts tomorrow. As soon as he told me that, I just smiled. I just smiled with anger. I got up, I shook his hand, I said, thank you, and I walked out. Listen, till this day, every single fucking job I've had, I've never gave him a 2 weeks. The day I'm ready to go, I'm gonna leave that day. You're not getting a warning from me, because best believe when you decide to fire me, you're not gonna give me a 2 weeks. And what bothers me worse is some employees, when I tell them my logic for not giving a 2 weeks, their rebuttal is, well, you got to leave in good spirit, because what if you want to go back? What if something happened and you want a different job? No, we're not doing that. If I quit, I will never go back. Now, I understand that certain jobs, mostly on a corporate level, they give you like a 2 weeks. They'll give you like a chunk of money for you to be good for a few months or so until you get back on your feet. Some corporate companies, but definitely not all. So if I apply for a job and they don't mention that you get a severance package when they fire you or you get laid off, you're not getting a 2 weeks from me. And I know a lot of people hate that logic when you decide to treat the corporate companies how they treat you. For some reason, us human beings, we love to defend our oppressors. But that's a hill I'm willing to stand on. So, more of this story, don't give her 2 weeks, because you definitely not getting one. I'm out.
If you like that video, I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. So like, share, and subscribe and get me there. Thank you.